Hi everyone, welcome to the course. And in the previous lecture we saw that how if statements works. Now in this lecture, let's continue with the conditional statement and see how we can execute any code based upon some conditions. So for the switch case, I'm also taking the same example so that it will be more easier for you to understand. So I am simply taking the prompt where I am saying user to enter a number. Now here you need to keep one thing in mind, that whenever you take a prompt, it is always a string. Even if you are writing a number, the JavaScript is going to consider as a string. So to convert it in number, you have to use a method called parseInt. Okay. So how you will do that? Just put a parseInt before that and wrap your prompt inside that. For switch case to apply, you will write your switch case, switch like this, and inside this you have to enter your number. Whatever is your expression variable name, you will be writing here. Okay, and after that you have to put cases like case 1 is that when user enters any number, let's suppose this case is going to match with this particular thing. So if it is case 1, I am going to console .log first got executed. Okay, now after every case I need to put a break. Now let's put a case 2. Case 2 is when user enters 2, I want to console .log 2 is 2 got executed. Okay, and after that you need to put a break again. Last is the default case, which will execute if none of the statements matches. If none of the cases matches, then in that case your default condition will be executed. So write over here console.log default got executed. Okay, now let's see how this works. Go to this, enter a number. Let's suppose I entered 1. Nothing got printed. Why so? I told user to enter a number. So let's see. Refresh this and enter 20. You will see default got executed because my none of the cases matched. Okay, now again refresh it and enter 2. 2 got executed. That means when I enter 2 get passed over here and the case 2 matches with this 2. So second statement will be executed. So what if I enter 1? So first got executed. Let's suppose if you have not written parseInt over here. Okay, so in that case this will not execute if you write 1. See, default will execute in every case. Enter 2 over here. See, default is executed. But if you want it to execute, you need to put it inside a string. Inside double quote, so that it will become a string, because I told you that your prompt is going to take a number as also string. So enter 2, see 2 got executed now because 2 entered by user is taken as a string, so string will match with this thing. So let's suppose in case 2, if you entered less than 10, so you won't be able to put conditions like this. Okay, even if you say num less than 10, now let me enter a 5, default will get executed like this way. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind, that how this works. This will match with the cases. Let's suppose you entered 20 over here, right, and you wrote over here less than 20. So now see, if you'll write 20 over here, so you need to refresh it, as it is going to take as number. So you need to put it like this. Now enter 20 after refreshing it. See, less than 20. So this is how your switch cases work. This matches with this and every case will match. Whatever user enters, this will match with this, and inside this, the statement will get executed. For example, let's take one more example to this. So in the what I'm saying over here is your number A is 5, okay, and let num2 is equals to your 10, okay. Now I want num1 plus num2. I wrote expression over here, okay. So num1 plus num2. So I'm just going to show you that whether this works or not. See, if you'll write 15 over here and enter something, first got printed. How first got printed? Because your num, which is 5 plus 10 is 15. So 15 matches with this case and this will get executed. Let's suppose if you entered your less than 25, okay. So less than 20, your num is less than 25. Let's suppose your expression is this over here. Now what do you think, which one will be printed? See, do this. Default got executed. Why so? Because num less than 25 is matching with nothing, with no case. So your default will get executed. I hope you have understood this particular thing, that how switch cases work. And now let's see your logical base condition. How that works. This is basically a ternary operator. Let's see what is ternary. Ternary is same as your if-else condition. Let's suppose if I said num my name, my course, or you have to use a camel case. That means your second word should start with the capital letter. And my course is front end. So what I will do is, I will say that if my course is equals to front end is equals to front end, put a ternary operator, put this condition. That means I will explain you what it is happening. I want to console.log correct answer, okay. Else I want to console.log false, right. So now let's see what got printed. It is printing correct answer. Why so? See how conditional how logical ternary operator works. So this my codes will be matched with this particular thing. It is checking whether the condition is true. This means whenever your question mark come, before that it checks the condition. If this condition is true, then this statement will be executed. If it is false, then this statement will be executed. So it is like condition, if it is true, this will be executed, else your this condition will be executed, okay. So now let's see if I have written over here something called 5, which is not matching. So my answer should be false. See over here, you are getting false. Similarly, you can write anything. Let's suppose my course, if I am saying that 6 is less than equals to 5, which is the correct answer. Oh, 6 is less than equals to 5. No, 6 is greater than 5, right? So I'm getting a false. If I'll say greater than 5, so I will get correct answer. See, okay. So this is how your things works. I hope you have understood these logical operators also. So do not forget to practice it. So here is one question for you which you need to implement. It's your choice, whatever you want to use it. You have to take a name from the user and their age. Based upon their age, if their age is greater than 24, that means they are eligible for blood donation, else they will not donate the blood. Okay, this is the simple question. Try to do it. Thank you so much.